well, who know where I'm at? If you don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. This is one of the top heavy haul hospitals in the country. Right? Top heavy haul hospitals. Look at that. I know that one right there. I ain't gonna say nothing, but I'm gonna keep that quiet. Right here you have the waiting room, emergency room. Over here. Over there is where they do all the operations. Got your surgical team in there, getting everybody right. Over there is the ICU. I ain't looking too good. Down there, and at the other yard, that's where all the patients waiting to be picked up. And you know when you leaving the hospital, they don't let you walk out. As soon as you leave the operating room and you're on your way out the hospital, that's your wheelchair right there. They take you here or in that other yard, and they let you wait for your people to come pick you up. But yeah, just in case y'all didn't know, I'm here at the #1 heavy haul equipment hospital, Jefe'S welt. This is something I want to go over real quick. A lot of people wanted to know, what should this load actually pay? I know it's kind of like an odd load if you're just getting in the heavy haul, or you're trying to get into it, or you're a dispatcher trying to get into it, or you're a broker trying to get into heavy haul. It's 100,000 pounds, 42 feet long, 11.6 wide, 15.8 high. Not real wide, but extremely tall. Now, with my experience, I'm gonna take a wild guess, and I'm gonna assume this is some sort of building generator, genset, something like that. I could be wrong. Might be some equipment, and they just got the cab on it. I've seen people do that and quote it like this. Not too smart on their behalf. This is on Alex Good Energy. He was having like a webinar or a mastery class, and a lot of dispatchers and brokers and stuff like that watching. And I don't know if it was broke down like this. We got 100,000 pounds, 42 feet long, 11.6 wide, 15.8 high. The biggest problem, 15.8 high, 100,000 pounds, and 42 feet long. You got to stretch out 100,000 pounds over 42 feet. One problem you might have with a stretch, because people say, "Oh, I get a stretch." That's cool, but a lot of these people with buildings, genset, stuff like that, they're starting to want complete decks, not stretches. So they're starting to want inserts. With the insert, you must have a modular trailer. You hear me talk about this a lot. A stretch won't work all the time. But let's say they do need a stretch. I know what you're thinking. Man, now this is for the drivers. The drivers are thinking, I got a 55 ton in the backyard right now. It ain't gonna work. I'm gonna tell you why. Just cause your trailer say 55 ton on the side of it, don't mean you're gonna put 55 ton on it and go down the road and go over the scale. Ain't gonna happen. You're gonna be out there with cranes trying to transload it onto the right trailer. 55 ton with your truck and you stretch, you're gonna be too heavy to haul this across the country. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There's a couple of trailers out there that could do it, but even if they had the trailer or you had the trailer to do it, doesn't mean you should drop your rate. Now this rate right here, 33,000, that's really embarrassing. That tells you instantly that this broker don't know what he's doing. And I ain't trying to make fun of the man, he probably just started a couple weeks ago or this year. And that's like no joke. I've literally talked to some of these brokers, and they've been doing this for like 6 months, and they come up with stuff like this. So anyway, what you're gonna need, roughly a 10, 11 axle, deck sections. Let's just say you get a stretch. That's cool. Got a stretch, 11 axle. Now, with 11 axle, 10 axle, you're gonna have the issue. The next issue is your height. The minimum you're gonna get down as far as deck height is 20 inches, right? So what's that? 20 inches. That's a foot and 8 inches. So let's say, what's 8 inches? 12, 16.4. That's 7. I think that's 17.4. So now you're 17.4 tall, coming out of Hampton, Virginia. Yeah, that ain't a good look. But let's say you go that way. You're going from Hampton, Virginia to Montana. They say roughly 2,200 miles. When you have something of this magnitude, you always want to add on your miles. When it's this big, you want to add at least 25% to the miles. When it's smaller, 12 wide, 14 high, legal, regular length, 100 feet, something like that. 15, 20%. This big, 25 to 30% on your miles. Just add it on to it. Cause that's what you're gonna get way more miles than what you're thinking. This is just Google Maps, more than likely. So, you got, let's say, 2,800 miles. Now that $14 per mile probably didn't drop to probably 11 or 12. Like this is almost getting comical. $11 to $12 a mile, even $14 a mile, 2,200 miles. Like who taught him this? This is really what I want to know. Who taught him this? Who told him this was okay? Now, if he know this ain't okay and he just looking for a sucker, that's messed up. That's dirty. But we're gonna go along with, he don't know what he's doing, because that's what's been going on the most lately. So we got 100,000 pounds, 42 feet long. On 11 axle, you roughly 17.4 high. When you're that tall, you're gonna have a lot of crazy turns. I hope you got a hydraulic flip neck on your Jeep, because you're gonna be dropping your Jeep a lot and backing up under the big neck and making turns. A lot of these turns you probably can't make with your Jeep, especially coming out of Virginia. You're gonna probably have to go, because I know guys that do loads like this all the time. This is just what they do. Definitely not on that kind of trailer though. Coming out of VA, you're gonna come down probably through North Carolina. If there was a route, you could go up 64 to 81 and come down. I don't think you can go that way that tall though. So probably come down through North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, up through Tennessee. And if you're lucky, you go through Kentucky, Missouri, or something like that. A couple of these states, you shouldn't have police. I would say at least a quarter to half of the way you're gonna need bucket trucks, possibly. And for the sake of time, we're gonna say 4 days, right? Now, last time I had bucket trucks, it was a long time. It's probably about 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And they were $1,800 then. I've heard prices up to $2,500 to $2,800. So we'll just say $2,500, and that's a day. Every day is $2,500. And let's say it take you 4 days to get to a point where you don't need them. That's 10 grand right there. Right off the top, you down to 23,000 now. And for the sake of argument, let's say it's 3,000 miles, right? And your permit or your escorts are charging you roughly $3 a mile together, your front high pole and your rear. That is not gonna happen, especially right now. That's $1.50 a piece. Never happen. You're gonna be more in the $1.90 to $1.85 range. But for the sake of argument, let's just say it's $3 a mile between the both of them. At 3,000 miles, that's $9,000 for escorts. Okay. So now, plus, oh yeah, I forgot, overnights. Overnights are $100 a piece now. So that's roughly $200 per night for both escorts. And let's just say it takes you 7 days. I doubt very seriously you're gonna do this load of 7 days. But let's say 8. Keep everything even. 8 days, 8 times 2, so that's $1,600. So bucket trucks was 10, now you're down to 23. Escorts was let's just say 10,000. Now you're down to 13. What else? Now you got permits. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, your permit's $3,000. Me personally, I think you're gonna be more around 4, 5. Let's just say 3. So now you're down to $10,000. And you got fuel. Let's say your fuel. Let's say you put 500 in every day. That's $4,000. Now you're down to $6,000. So that $33,000 is down to $6,000, and I'm lowballing on everything because I'm trying to help make some sort of sense. It ain't gonna make no sense. I can't make it make sense. But let's say you down to $6,000 right now. Let's assume you had to come from Texas. You done bounced from Texas all the way to Virginia. That's cost you $3,000. Fuel, permits. You might even want to stack up all the way, so then you had an escort or 2. That cost you $3,000 to get over there. Now you're in Montana. Got to get back home to Texas. That's gonna be another, let's say $2,500, $3,000. Now you're down to 0. And again, I'm lowballing like crazy. It's gonna be way more than that. But let's just say it's that. Now you got nothing. You pretty much paid to do that load. That load is garbage, man. Now the trailer it should be on, which is called a perimeter. If you know anybody that has a perimeter, talk to them. Just show them this right here. Ask them what it's gonna cost. I guarantee you, it's gonna be almost $90,000 to $100,000 on top of this $33,000. There's no reason it should be a load up here this size going this far for $33,000. Now Alex is up here trying to show his people the potential. You know what I'm saying? Because they are dispatchers and brokers. So he's trying to show the potential that you could get up to, like what these loads could pay. But they don't even understand it's way more to it than that. I always tell people about heavy haul. Heavy haul is like an iceberg. You know, you see that little piece sticking up out the top. You know, that's just the money, you know, the shiny chrome, everything to make you feel good. That's what that is. Very little. But once you poke your head up under the water, man, it's so big you can't even fathom how big it is. Rules, regulations, expenses, mishaps, getting hit by trains because you bought the wrong trailer and you can't lift it up now. Or you bought the wrong trailer and it's 26 feet in the well. Now you're trying to figure out how am I going to find freight other than excavators and dump trucks. It's a lot to it. So when you got a chance to talk to people that know what they're doing, or get into these classes, or get into these lives, man, y'all better soak up all the information you can. And I'm gonna tell you now, it ain't cheap. Cause me personally, I'm giving you 10 years of experience. Welcome back to C1 Specialized, your #1 YouTube heavy haul channel. Remember that. Like I told you before, we out here at the #1 heavy haul equipment hospital in the country. They also building building from scratch too. I forgot what they call that. Hey look, this right here is a throwback. This was a 4-axle, and they pinned this section on right here. The person that did this had a brilliant idea, and other people have been taking advantage of that. He sold it, taking advantage of it. Let's go looking around a little bit. Look at these necks. Damn it. You know what he did? The neck stopped right here. You can see where the color changed at. I believe they added all this right here. Made it a perimeter. That's the other side of it. Look at this. That's crazy. A lot of steel, man. A lot of steel. Hey Shaq, this the rest of your stuff right here. Whenever y'all come in to get it, it's down here. They go a perimeter right here. This is what they call a fixed perimeter. Take a wild guess why they call it fixed. Because you can't open or close it. Now what's cool, you can take these boxes off on the ends, put some more cross members in there, and you can make it expand. Like this one here is a fixed one. You can't expand this one. This one of the cross members to go to. Man, he probably put 250 on them, 275 maybe. That thing, well, that's sexy. I don't wanna get too close to it because I don't know whose it is. And some people don't know they don't want people to know they got brand new stuff coming out, you know what I'm saying? That thing got a hell of an arch in it. I think they strapped that one over there. This is the big blue whale right here. I'm gonna leave that one alone too. I don't want to get Brian in trouble. That little piece right there, they probably damn near put 150, 200,000 on that thing right there. That's for another video though. What the hell was that? Y'all see that? Something just went running up under there. All these little deck section. This right here. These are them black boxes we were talking about. On that one over there, the perimeter. Well, you take them boxes off and put these on. There's one in the front and in the back. And instead of having the big necks like this, you'll have this in the front and the back and they expand open like that from the side. These are extremely heavy though. But they're a little more versatile because you can put it on your trailer, take it off your trailer, and then put your regular deck back in. And they built that here from scratch. Crazy. The tire rack. Got to get one. This is how it should look when you go on the road and you got 50 tires you got to deal with. This is what you need. Something happy, man, you pop it off, go on to work. Look at this pretty thing right here. Remember I told you certain trailers can get real, they can do real heavy freight, right? This one, thanks to Justin Blackwell. If you're looking for a trailer, go check out blackwellsales.com. They got all the exclusive trailers. There's one on, this is an old one. But Jefe and them redid a lot of it. Put a new deck in there, painted it. God, that thing look good, boy. Paint look good. That's the blocks in there that you gotta put in there when you drop the Jeep. I always put your blocks in there because that's that walking beam. The blocks went in there, the walking beam would just hit the top of that frame, right? Or hit the bottom of that frame. This is something that Jefe built. It's one of their inventions. You see how it's flat all the way across. And it's only 4 to 6 inches. Little jump right here. That ain't nothing. That's how low it sits. All the way straight back. You can do some things with that. Man, that thing nice. One of these trailers right now, brand new, right? It's brand new. You gotta think about how much stuff then went up in price. One of these right now, brand new, you're looking at about 500 to 560,000 straight out the gate. Now, this is a lightweight trailer, and it's an 85 ton, and it's 9 feet wide, right? Justin has come up with a trailer that is wider, a bigger tonnage. It's a 90 ton instead of a 85 ton, and it's 10 feet wide. But the crazy thing is, it's lighter than this one. I don't know where he come up with this stuff, man. You gotta have some skill to know how to do all that. He really do his homework, and if he agreed to it, I'm gonna try to get him up here so we can have a little conversation. For all the people that got my course, it's really for y'all. When I tell you, you know, I asked what kind of truck you got, this is the reason. And if you got any questions, and it's for people that got my course only, send me shoot me an email on how to get this done to your tractor. I'm gonna go back here, man, try to find my trailer. It's at the other yard. And I'm gonna go holler at Francisco. And I'll get back with you in a minute. The other yard. Picking up my big blue baby. Had some modifications done, just a few on them. We got the auto air put on here. Moses did, I didn't do that. Bro did that. All new brakes and slack adjusters and all that. Getting ready to hit the road. See all them tires right there? That's what I'm talking about. So technically, I really don't need a rack back here, but I got a built-in rack, or Moses do. Got a built-in rack for the tires. Look at that one. Ooh. He on life support right there. I think that's trailer right there. But if y'all ready to go, put my signs and flags on. I'm gonna catch you on the next video.